In this video, I'm going to show you how you can filter records that are shown in collection views based on the logged in user. Here I have a list of all properties, and I've also got child pages within this parent page showing active properties, pending properties, etc. But I might want to add another collection view for my estate agents to only show them properties to which they have been assigned. To do this, I'm going to firstly clone the top properties page here. So I'm going to toggle on edit mode using my keyboard shortcut Command E, click on the overflow menu here and click to clone this page. And I'm going to call this My Properties. As mentioned, I only want my teammates to see the properties to which they have been assigned in this view. So firstly, I'm going to update the header to say My Properties, update the subtitle as well. And then what I'm going to do is add a filter to filter the records that get shown here. So I've clicked on the filter option in the builder sidebar here. And to filter records based on the logged in user, I'm going to click on the drop down here that currently says all, because it's currently showing all records. And instead, I'm going to choose to show records associated with the logged in user. So if I click on the logged in user option here, I see that I'm presented with another option to click on the related agent table. And then from there, I can see that I can click on the properties collection. Now I'm currently logged in as myself, as a team admin, as opposed to one of the agents in my team. So I don't have any properties that have been assigned to me. So to see if our filter has worked, I'm going to type in the agent user role here and choose to preview the app as one of the agents on our team. So I can see when I'm logged in as Alexi that he can view properties that have been associated with him. So I might want to tidy up this view for Alexi here. Under display, we might want to choose a different display option here. We mightn't want to show empty groups, or we mightn't want to group by records at all on this view. And to confirm that Alexi is only seeing properties associated with him, what I'm going to do is add the agent field here, just so you can see here that these particular property records are those that Alexi is directly associated with. So now Alexi can come into the app and click on the properties page if he wants to view all the properties within the portfolio, or he can simply click on My Properties to view the properties that he's associated with and click into a particular record there. To explain a bit more about how this collection filter was set up. So here again, we see that it is the logged in user agent properties collection. And the reason why we don't just go straight from the logged in user to the properties collection is because there isn't a direct relationship between the Noloco user table and the properties collection in Airtable. Instead, in this app, I've added a user list from my Airtable base so that the agents collection within Airtable is syncing with my Noloco users collection. And therefore, when we are setting up the filter here, we go from the logged in user in the Noloco users collection to the Airtable agents collection and look at the properties associated with the particular agent there. Filtering collection views based on the logged in user is very useful in a scenario where you do want the particular user to have access to all records in the collection, but you also want to just show them a particular view that's filtered on the records that they are directly associated with. However, in the scenario that we actually wouldn't want our agents to access any records other than the ones that they are directly associated with, we'd be much better off setting permission rules at database level to control what this particular user or agent can access. So if we look at the permissions we currently have set up on the properties collection, we see that users with the agent user role are able to access all records. However, if we wanted to set it so that those with the agent user role can only access the records that they are directly associated with, we would simply toggle off this here and set up a new permission rule so that agents can only access records that they're directly associated with. And we set up this filter quite similarly to how we do on the collection view as well. So we say that the property ID is one of the logged in user's agent's properties collection. Now if we were to save this permission rule and go back to our app, now we see that when we're logged in as Alexi, he only has access to properties that he's directly associated with. Whether we look at the My Properties page or the overall properties listing, he can only see 2 records, whereas previously he could access all the records. So if you do want your users to be able to access all records, but have a particular view where they should only be able to access records they're directly associated with, you'll be looking to use filters on the collection view. Whereas if the user should never have access to other records than those they're directly associated with, you'd be better off setting permission rules at the database level